What brought me to Tennessee Instruments, I had actually been referred. I decided to check it out. I was at the point where I was in my career meetings and things like that. I knew I really needed to do something. I was missing out on a lot, and I think I was missing out on me moving up. So I took the time. I actually emailed, I think it was a weekend. I emailed and I got a response back like within 30 minutes, which blew me away that customers, were very important. And so I did that and set up the appointment, and that's kind of how I ended up here. My first office visit was nerve-wracking to me. I knew kind of what to expect. From the moment I walked in, it was so comforting, so easy to talk to them. I could tell them what my concerns were. We sat down, of course we did the hearing test, and I was just a ball of nerves. I think, if I remember correctly, I was in tears just because I realized what I had been missing out on. So like I said, it was very comforting. They answered my questions and gave me a lot of suggestions of things that we might try. I think the main thing was frustration for me. I was involved with business meetings. We had my company I was at had a large Monday morning meeting with all the departments and stuff, and I was so used to having to adjust for my lack of hearing that I always found out who the speaker was. I always tried to talk to him before, so I knew where to sit. My right side was better, so I would sit to that side. The speaker was on my right. It was frustrating because I thought I had to see them speak for the reading the lips, and I guess as I got older and wanted to get more involved with the community, with church, with work, and I was missing out on so much, and it was so stressful trying to get all my planning ahead of time to figure out who was speaking, where I needed to sit, how far I needed to sit from the speaker, always get there early so I could always get the front row, things like that. So it was very stressful, very stressful, very frustrating. That was the main thing that comes to mind, was the business meetings and stuff that we had. In classes growing up, even in college and stuff like that, depending on whether I had a male professor or a female professor, I would sit according to where it best suited me, because I didn't really want others to know. I didn't want to say why I always sat on the front row. A lot of people, even that I work with now, they just know where I like to sit, but they never really knew why. So it really alleviated a lot of the stress, a lot of the frustration, the pre-planning that I felt like I had to do before I attended an event. Before, even in church, I would sit in a certain spot. So, that was the main thing that I can think of, was the frustration, the stress of just the pre-planning that I had to do before I felt comfortable in those situations. Even in restaurants, stuff like that, the stores. It was kind of, I don't know that I felt that I was actually in my own little world, but I've just adapted so well and just planned things accordingly. So it's a whole other world. It's been enlightening on it. The main difference for me that I've seen in my new position that I have gotten since I got my hearing aids, I have accepted invitations to speak. I have accepted invitations to lead groups of 100 or more people with, myself and with a team, to where I felt comfortable, to where I could be up in front of people, and if there should be questions or stuff like that at the end, that I would be prepared and able to hear them to do that. I have had the opportunity to be involved in policy meetings and things like that, to where I could be an active participant, to where I can answer questions and ask questions myself instead of just kind of knowing what was going on. But I've been able to participate more because I felt more confident that I did know what the question was and was able to give my opinion on those. So it's, as far as the stress, the able to participate and prepare for it, has really been, it's been the best thing that I feel like I've been able to contribute more to, whether it's been my job, in my community, at the church. I feel like I'm able to participate, play a bigger part in it. So it's been really enjoyed that.